All right, it's early August 61, and things are starting to move along. We'll start off here in in the west, and you can see there's a kind of like a massive race to get to Tucson here. There are a couple Confederate units here. You can see there's one militia unit and one artillery battery. I'm leaving one New Mexico Ranger unit that's going to try to attack. Last time they were unsuccessful. You can see that there's an actual brigade down here at Fort Cummings, so it's possible that could come up north or move into western New Mexico. Now, we do have a actual regiment that's on the way, so I'm hoping we'll be able to arrive within 15 days and take the town. Meanwhile, there is a Confederate unit here that will attempt to attack. What I was able to do in Missouri is I pretty much have split the forces, and they're going to arrive in nine. Lion's force will arrive in 9 days, and then the rest of the force will arrive in 11 days. And we gather our couple other remaining forces. We have a Marine unit, this cover regiment, and then I think there's the militia unit will stay here, and then we'll join them all together, and then hopefully be able to attack Springfield the next turn. It'll be interesting to see if he moves the force from Fayetteville forward. Now there is a pretty large force here by Shelby, at least a few units. So I do have a force which includes a few actual infantry regiments here in Lawrence and artillery battery. And then also a force here with an artillery battery, and we do have a general on the way from St. Louis to take over. From New York, what I've decided to do is we've loaded the fleet with everything it has, and the Fort General it's a pretty strong fleet. So there are actually so many forces you can't actually even see them all on the screen. I haven't actually been able to figure out a way to view them all from the screen point. But basically, all of these guys here are going to go down into the Gulf, and the plan is I'm going to run Fort Morgan and Fort Gaines, and then have them unload directly onto Mobile, Alabama, and take it in one turn. We'll take 2 turns, one turn to get to the Gulf, and then another, as you can see, 7 days to get onto to Mobile, Alabama. So I think it could be interesting. At least that's the plan right now. It's possible I could change my mind, but I don't think so at this point. Meanwhile, we're pretty much holding here in Virginia. What this does mean is typically a lot of players, including me, like take Norfolk early on, but it looks like he's put some forces into there. So I've chosen to actually bypass Norfolk and deal with that at a later time, and go for something a bit more unexpected. We're running bonds this turn. Selling bonds, so we'll get another 800,000. All right, let's see what happens. Okay, so no battles. You can see that McCulloch has actually moved forward, and you can see that they have 3 artillery batteries. Meanwhile, our force is here, and so we outnumbered by about 2 to 1. I did see that looks like Shelby actually moved south a bit, so I thought possibly Shelby would come over and join McCulloch, and he still could possibly. Unfortunately, as you can see, it looks like it takes 17 days to get there. So the weather is clear. So I'm not really sure. That could be a new rule. It could be the new rule dealing with what is it? The low traffic penalty. Oh, there's a Confederate regiment over here. So unfortunately, we can't attack. It doesn't look like we'll be able to attack this turn. I can play around with it and see if there's a way to get there in time. We can't actually create divisions yet either. Otherwise, of course, the command penalty would possibly be less. So I'll probably play around with it and see what happens. Here is the fleet. So they're due to arrive on day 7. So it takes 5 days to unload. They would be able to theoretically attack on day 12. Confederates retreated from Hampshire here after destroying the railroad. So no other movement that I can see. So General Burnside has appeared. So out west, Western Arizona. Oh, right. So we've now taken Tucson. So these forces have now actually arrived, and you can see here's the Confederate force. There's a supply. They have a supply wagon. They have a supply wagon over here. I'm not really sure what happened. Possibly all of these forces. It looks like all of the forces retreated. So yeah, interesting. I'll just kind of like research into what happened. But we do have 2 forces here, and we actually are now in control of the town. Okay, let's see if there are any interesting messages. So units have been trained. Yeah, so it looks like they just oh, well, they attempted to attack, but then they ended up choosing not to. So you're unable to actually bring the Confederates to battle there. Okay, so we have some other forces are active. We've issued war bonds. The Confederacy has issued war bonds and taxes. Wow, 61 hits by man. So interesting. Taking some serious hits on the fleet. Okay, that's pretty much it. And so it's now we're out now in late August 61. All right, see you next time.